Ciao everyone, welcome back to another slow fashion video. Today I want to talk about spring trends for 2021, which probably seems a bit odd and out of place on a slow fashion channel. However, I do think it's important to stay up to date on what is considered current so that you can apply those themes to what's already in your closet. A lot of times, all it takes to freshen up your wardrobe is restyling pieces in different ways. So what I wanted to share today was what I think are the most wearable trends for spring 2021. Before jumping in, if you are new, welcome. Hello, hello. Every week I talk about slow fashion, using creativity instead of consumption to feel stylish and put together. So if that sounds like your jam, hit subscribe below and let's jump on in. So what I did was I looked at all the runway shows and I tried to pull out some overarching themes. There were just so many, I would call them micro trends, that when I was doing research for this video, I actually couldn't find any 2 or 3 consistent trends mentioned by fashion publications online, which just goes to show that I really do think we are coming into this world of, you know, less about following hard and fast trends and really celebrating personal style and individuality. So take these with a grain of salt, and in my next video I'm actually going to take these wearable trends and create a little bit of a lookbook using what I already have in my closet. The first trend is one of my absolute favorites, and I'm calling it back to basics or minimal. I saw a lot of really basic and minimal silhouettes. So even if the outfit that was styled on the runway was complex, or if the garment itself was complex, there was still an overall minimal aesthetic in terms of the shape of the look and an overarching feel of a relaxed fit. There were lots of clean, sleek lines. We saw a lot of basic pieces like trousers, blazers, and just nice long line trench coats. And this is wonderful because we all have these basic pieces in our closets already. But what I also saw was this great return to function and sensibility. Easy to wear footwear like flats and sneakers and easy slide-in sandals and even flat boots that were paired with really interesting outfits. It was a really nice balance between a more sensible and functional footwear and something a little bit more dressed and interesting on top. There is also a huge theme of romanticism and like girly, flouncy. There were a lot of really interesting poofy shoulders and, you know, leg of mutton sleeves and flouncy layers of sheer and flowy fabric, which is really beautiful. Other elements that came in with this theme were things like very vintage inspired oversized collars and of course floral prints, which I mean could be totally a theme on its own because it's spring, but I just felt like it was such an obvious one and so redundant. So I didn't give it its own category. I lumped it in with this romantic theme, especially because the florals that we saw this season really ran the gamut from very small, more 90s inspired florals all the way to these like big oversized. I think on Valentino's runway they were like, it almost looked like a mural on a dress, which was really beautiful. I do think it's a really nice way to balance if you do have a lot of clean structured lines in your closet and you want to perhaps add a different type of silhouette. This would be a great time to perhaps test it out through vintage or thrift stores or even a rental, which is what I plan on doing to add a different silhouette. I think this is also a really nice theme because it can be applied in so many ways. This could even be like a delicate shoe and purse with a beautiful scarf tied around it, worn with your everyday uniform. It really doesn't have to inform the entirety of your outfit. It can just be a little splash of romanticism. In a similar vein to that romantic renaissance, let's call it, there was a huge trend across all shows was waist definition. And this came about in several different ways, whether it was like a belted blazer, which we saw a lot of, like lots of belted coats and blazers and dresses, but it was also shown through just the tailoring of the garments itself. And finally, it was also seen in showing bare midriff, so drawing the eye to that center part of your body. Another theme heavily centered around silhouettes of garments versus things like color and embellishment was the prevalence of wide leg pants or trousers, and specifically denim with a more trouser-like shape and feel. So I don't know if you follow me on Instagram, I got a lot of questions about people asking me if they should throw out their skinny jeans. No, not at all. As I mentioned before, I think we are really on this track of just celebrating your own personal style and your own body. So if skinny jeans work for you, then stick with the skinny jeans. I think it was Saint Laurent, like a lot of their looks didn't even have pants. So as far as I'm concerned, that's like the same thing as a skinny jean. So don't get rid of your skinny jean if that is a silhouette that works for you and your body and something that you love. But I did really enjoy this theme because I personally like the look of like an elevated trouser feel, and it was nice to see a different silhouette. So if you have a pair of wide leg or even like a boot cut pant, I think like you're already there. Great, just pull them out and you will have instantly updated your wardrobe for spring 2021. I did a video on how to style wide leg pants 20 different ways, so if you are interested about that silhouette, I will link that video up here for you. What's really going to depend on what looks best on you, in my opinion, will be the rise, where it falls on your waistline, and the fit through the hip and upper thigh. Moving into the color themes, this was again kind of two opposites that we saw, and the first one that I want to talk about is this beautiful theme of neutral. I don't want to say neutral because then we automatically think like black, brown, and beige and gray. My notes are literally right here. Get it together, Alyssa. Natural tones. Anything that was inspired by nature. So we saw really beautiful sky and slate blues at Max Mara, and then it really ran the gamut from really soft creams all the way to a beautiful rich like rust and brown color. I know that neutrals can seem really boring, but I loved the way these were styled. I think there were so many great tonal looks, and what I really liked was how there were some neutrals paired with a pop like tan and red. And this brings me to the last theme, which is actually more of a styling hack or styling element than anything else. So this one I'm sure you will be able to recreate from what's already in your closet, and that is color blocking. So when it came to designers actually using color, they did it in a really bold and bright way. So large chunks of very bright and happy colors styled together, and this can create a very, very bold look. And I love this because if you're someone who has a lot of color in their closet and is a little bit shy of pairing bold colors together, now is your time to try it. Especially because, I don't know about you, but we are still in like a semi-lockdown state, and I think now is like the best time to just test things out that we might be slightly uncomfortable with, because like who's gonna judge you? Whose judgment are you afraid of? Except for maybe like your cat and like the mirror in your hallway. It's just such a fun way to get creative with your wardrobe, no matter how much or how little color you have in your closet. You can use the brighter, poppier colors as a highlighter. If there's a part of your body that you really love, that you love showing off, this is where you can use that bold pop of color and really let color blocking, you know, let it be the thing that makes your closet sing. OMG, that rhyme! I felt like Dr. Seuss. Oh man, okay. So that is what I have for you today, along with a little rhyming lesson. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it helped you sort of decipher the like bananas amount of themes and trends that we saw on the runway. As I mentioned, there are like so many more little micro trends and trends that you can probably find that contradict what I say in this video, to be completely honest. But like I said, I pulled out the ones that I found most appealing and wearable, and I'm gonna be styling some of those looks in the next video, so stay tuned for that one. In the meantime, give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, or if you learned something new. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. I hope you have a wonderful week ahead, and I will be back with another slow fashion video. Thank you so much for watching. Ciao!